and then we'll get into it. What is going on, YouTube? We are just getting started with a little Amazon FBA Q&A. We got the Tiki Talk live right here. Zoya, so you're in a unique situation. Zoya is asking, should my PPC ads blow up my product right away if I just started them? But she's in she, right? I'm assuming she. I guess this is 2025. I shouldn't assume. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, but I thought it was a new product. It's actually on an existing product that got exclusive rights to, and it has 900 reviews. So yes, you're in a much more unique situation. A product that's probably already established, 900 reviews. Most people will quit Amazon before they get, not most, that's the wrong thing to say. A lot of people will quit Amazon before they ever see reviews like that, especially in the scenario that I just gave you. So if you were going from 0 sales to 10 sales a day on that product just by running ads, then yeah, you're probably on the right track, but still the advice doesn't change. Like if you're losing money on ads for some reason, then you would want to backtrack and optimize the listing. But at 900 reviews, you're probably further than most people in that product market, which again puts you in a unique situation. So if those 10 sales are profitable, then I would say that you're on the right track. Just keep optimizing. I have 8 5-star reviews. Should I start running PPC? I personally don't run PPC ads until I get 10 to 15 reviews. And even then, a lot of people will hear me say that and think that 10 to 15 reviews, that's all I need, and then I'll just keep going and never push for more reviews again. You always want to push for more reviews. We were talking in a mentorship call yesterday, talking about how honestly, like I would recommend 30 reviews minimum, but I know how hard it is for people to get reviews. But you'll notice I learned this very early on my very first product that I launched on Amazon. The more reviews I got, the higher my sales went. I went from $200 days to $500 days to $1,000 days to $1,500 days. So keep pushing for reviews always. Good morning, Luke. Do you recommend any inspection company in China? So Hanto, for you, because obviously I know your unique situation. I know I usually say like I have my own inspection company, but that was actually just created. That's for my students. But in your specific scenario, I would say just use the ones on Alibaba. Once you place an order on Alibaba, when you go to that order, there's going to be a little option that says other services. You can click on that and it'll give you a list of inspection companies. Ahmed, you're new here, brother. The way I answer this question turns a lot of people off, bro, but that's not the way that you should be looking at it on Amazon. Who cares how long it takes for you to get to 10K a month? Do you want to sell on Amazon or do you not want to sell on Amazon? That's really what it comes down to. Those who want to sell on Amazon and start and stick to all the fundamentals, God willing, will get there. Those who are sitting there giving conditions on themselves, right? Oh, I have to hit 10K in this amount of time. If I invest this much, I have to make this much. I have to hit 6 figures my first year or else I'm not going to start. Those people are not going to be successful. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to be successful, brother, because I wish you the best on your journey no matter what you do. But that's just not the way to look at business. Have a goal, make your goal 10K a month. But I don't know. It depends on so many things that you do on your account. Do you pick a good product? Do you pick a good differentiator? Do you push for reviews? Or do you put in the minimal effort and then just expect to get to 10K plus a month? Again, that answer turns a lot of people off when I say it because everybody wants me to give this definitive answer. If I invest $5,000, how long until I make $100,000 in profit? Business doesn't work like that. Unless God himself came down and told you, hey, listen, this is how much you're going to make on your Amazon business. There's not a single person in the world who can give you that answer. There's averages, but even the averages, past results don't dictate future successes. So like for me, I've had products that get there in 1 month. I've had products that get there in 3 months. I've had students where they get there in a few weeks. I've had students get there in a few months. So me telling you what past people or previous people who have launched, how long it took them to get there, does not dictate how long it will take you to get there. Again, you guys, stop putting condition. I don't want to get into a whole motivational talk like I did yesterday, but stop putting conditions on your journey. It's either you do or you don't, right? Like, it's almost like if Kobe Bryant, RIP, was like, I'm only going to play basketball if I can get into the NBA in the next 2 years. No, he just gave it his all. He gave it his all, and he became one of the GOATs. The GOATs in any industry do not sit there and put conditions on themselves. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Tom Brady, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, like even Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs didn't sit there and say, if I start this computer company, how long will it take me to get to 10K a month? If the greats don't do that, why do us who are not necessarily the greats, or God willing, you will become a great, so I'm not saying it like that, but why do us as just people who are trying to start a journey think that? Sammy, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. The internet really messed up people's perception of reality. Social media, you see the number, like you see the sales right here, and you think, okay, how long, how fast do I get there? Boom, boom, boom. And this isn't me coming at you, Ahmed, by the way, brother. I just saw you follow me. I appreciate you, brother, for real. I just want people to have realistic expectations. I'm like the complete polar opposite of a lot of the people who make content on social media. There's a lot of really solid people who make great Amazon content. I've learned from some of them, right? How do you think, other than my cousins who were my mentors, did I learn? But I don't like this new age of social media where it's like flashy, flash the numbers, flash the, I'm not even gonna say the items because people try to skew like I'm talking about someone specific, but I'm really not. If you want to start a business, you start the business and you do everything in your power to make that business successful. Are Amazon reviewers required to give a review if they receive your free product? For the Vine program, boss? Yes. Yes, sir. Have you ever had a product get removed after listing, and how did you go about it? Just create a case with Amazon usually Amazon seller support is the worst. So you want to try to escalate it to an internal team or a specialist team. They'll be able to help you. It's every single problem in the book that you guys can think of. Like, genuinely, you guys can start listing problems on Amazon, and I can almost guarantee, outside of being section 3, I have dealt with those problems. And I have gotten every single problem resolved except for one. And I've been pretty open about that one. I lost 40K worth of inventory to Amazon last year. I can even explain to you guys why that happened. Any basic tips you can give us on infographics? Yes. A few things, actually. Make sure that they're high quality, and they have to be geared for Amazon. Like, infographics that you see on Shopify are not going to convert the same on Amazon, because Amazon is a completely different platform, K. Another piece of advice is go through some of your top competitors' listings. Do not copy their images exactly, but take ideas of what information needs to be on your listing, right? So maybe you sell, like, this is a great example, actually. Maybe you sell a water bottle, and you wouldn't, if all of your competitors talk about how many ounces of water can go inside of the water bottle, especially all the top sellers, and you don't mention that, that's probably a gap in the market that you need to fill. Another thing is the customer should know everything about your product just by looking at the images or the infographics. They should know the size, they should know the functionalities, they should know what it comes with, they should know the capacity of the water that can be in there, they should know the weight of the, you know what I'm saying? Everything about the product should be displayed in your infographics. Ahmed and Bossman, thank you both so much for the follow. I appreciate y'all. Hi, can you give your opinion about negative keywords in a campaign? I am a I'm a fan of this. I do this, but one thing to keep in mind is like early days of Amazon, I did it a lot more. Nowadays, it's more so optimizing conversion. And then another thing with that, your name is a lot of letters. Can you tell me how to pronounce your name, please, just so I don't get it wrong? But with negative keywords, if let's say you sold a water bottle and you had an auto campaign and you're going through your search terms and there's baby bottle pops up, right? I would add that as a negative. That's irrelevant. But if the product or the search term is irrelevant, I wouldn't necessarily add it as a negative keyword because you could potentially convert on that. That's where your conversion and bid optimization is going to be better than just adding a bunch of keywords to a negative as a negative. My product has been live for about a week. I've gotten 3 sales, but I'm on page 7. Normal. It's normal because you haven't started running PPC ads, boss. So push for some more reviews. That'll also help your ranking, and then start leveraging